Hi guys, and welcome back again to the VGC strategy channel, where I'm trying to ladder up the battle spot rankings with a Perish Trap team. So let's get right to it and see which opponent we face. So it's still only at 1535, but we'll slowly be increasing our ranking as we find a 1500 player from Spain. Okay, so he's got the Bishop and Thunderous to threaten me. And well, the Sylveon's an issue for the Scrafty, but not really other than that. Question is, do I want to bring the Scrafty? Yes, I do, but not in the lead. Just gonna try for the same combination we've had so far. I'll try experimenting a bit more with different combinations once I have beat up on my Whimsicott, and then I can, for example, fake a Perish Trap and then just, or fake a disable Encore team and then just end up beat up being on the Terrakion. I'm guessing to see some combination of Bisharp, Sylveon and Thunderous, but we'll see what our opponent brings. Oh, so he's actually gone for the Bisharp and the Heatran. Okay. Well, definitely Mega Evolve, but then the question is, do I want to protect? Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Perish Song here and just go Fake Out on the Bisharp. The only way he can kill my Gengar is with an Overheat, but I don't know. I don't think that's too likely. Oh, he might actually have a Scarf Heatran with Overheat, but okay. I've seen those higher up on the ladder, but I'm not expecting that to happen here. Okay, so if he wants to switch it out, I guess that makes more sense. Okay, so he does bring the Sylveon. Okay, in that case I'm glad I ended up using Fake Out on the Bisharp. Okay, so my Dugong should be slower than the Sylveon, so I'm gonna protect with my Dugong and disable the Sylveon so that I can switch in my Scrafty safely later on. Ah shit, he's doubling into my Dugong. But it might be able to take this Hyper Voice, we'll see. Yeah, okay, just about. Okay, so no Hyper Voice is good. It's gonna knock off for sure now. And since the Gengar just protected, I'm assuming it's gonna be into that slot, so I'll switch them this way around. If he knocks off into Dugong slot, well done to him. Okay, yeah, so as I thought, he did end up going for the knockoff into the Scrafty slot. Okay, so he doubled into that. Right. Okay, so let's see, how do I want to play this? I'm not sure what he's going to do. So I could fake out Trick Room. I could double protect. I could try sneak in my Scrafty for a Gengar. What's he gonna do on the last turn? I don't think he's gonna try predict too much, so I'll bring in the Gengar here and protect the Gothitelle. Actually, no, I changed my mind. I'll go for the double protect, just to see what he does. Should be able to scrape a win in 4 against 2, I think. Okay, so it would have been okay switching in the Gengar into that slot, but I was a bit worried that he might not double into the Gothitelle. And then a knockoff or a Shadow Ball would have been a pain to deal with as Gengar. But I guess the Shadow Ball wouldn't have KO'd. The knockoff would have, though. Alright, so he brings back his Heatran and Conkeldurr. Okay. Now... Okay, so let's see, how do I want to deal with this? Okay, I think this should probably put me in a position where I can win the game from there on out. He's gonna probably go for a Heat Wave and a fighting move into the Gengar. That'll kill the Dugong, but allows me to bring my Scrafty back in for a Fake Out combined with Perish Song. That Heat Wave did a lot more against Gengar than I thought, but a lot less than against Dugong. Okay, I think at -1 the knockoff will probably not KO my Gengar anymore. So once I go for my Fake Out, my Disable and Fake Out, I should be alright. I mean, he might go for a fighting move with this Scrafty, it doesn't really matter. As long as he doesn't KO on this turn, I should be alright. Right, so once we get to this stage in the battle, usually the game's pretty much set, because I can go for a double protect, and even if they KO our team on the next turn, that's not a problem, because you can protect with the final Pokemon still. Alright, I'll bring in the Dugong, and, you know, just quick guard because I can. Let's see, he does end up going for the Mach Punch again, but the Heat Wave shouldn't do too much here. Okay. So interestingly, Heal Pulse does redirect if they use Follow Me or Rage Powder, but if your own teammate dies, it doesn't end up healing the opponent. Although it wouldn't really have mattered on this battle anyway. Alright, so we got to 1550. Still not very far, but I guess we've only just started, really. Alright, so 1593, that should get us slightly more up the ladder than the previous opponents. Okay, so Dugtrio, that's very interesting. I think, yeah, Dugtrio does learn beat up, so I'm ready for the beat up on Terrakion here. It's got a very interesting team, that's for sure. Let's see, so I do want to lead with this Crafty here because it'll help me both against against pretty much everything they have. So this time I will go for the Scrafty. It'll be helpful against the Talonflame and the Terrakion. Since I think Scrafty should be able to take a -1 close combat. I think Scrafty can also take a +4 Rock Slide, so that's also good to know. Very curious to see what my opponent decides to bring here, though. The Parasect is kind of like a poor man's Among Us, so I'm not really sure why he decided to use that one here. It does get Rage Powder and Spore, but not as strong. So he seems to be thinking hard. Let's see what he ended up going for. I'm expecting the Talonflame to come out because of the Whimsicott. Did I call it right? Usually I don't, but let's see, maybe I did for once. Nope, I didn't. Okay. So the Malamar and the Parasect. Let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of scared of the +1 Malamar, so we'll go for a Perish Song and Fake Out on him. I'll also be able to tell then if he's faster than my Gengar when he flinches, so if in case he's scarfed. I might get spored here by the Parasect. Actually, I'm pretty sure I will, but I should be able to play around that. So he's not going to superpower me, so... Oh, but okay. I'm just gonna keep him in for the time being. Because I don't really want to switch into Jugon, because then I lose the lock with the Shadow tag, and if I switch to Gothitelle I might end up killing my Gothitelle, which is even worse because that one's not asleep. Now since this Scrafty did protect, I would expect him to attack the Scrafty. Presumably with a superpower. So I hope he actually does. Okay, and I'm hoping he actually spored into the Gothitelle as well. Okay, struggle bug. Not really an issue, to be honest. Okay, so it's not looking good at all, but at least I still have a fighting chance now. Very unusual team members for my opponent, but it definitely seems to be working, at least against my team. Hopefully what he has in the back is not too threatening, because otherwise I might have a problem. If he has Thunderous or something... Actually, I forgot if he had Thunderous, but... he had some unusual stuff. I'll start writing down the opponent's teams once we get a little higher. Oh yeah, he had the Terrakion with the Duck Trio, that's right. Okay, right, so let's see. This is tricky, tricky. He's gonna close combat into my Jugo, and I'm not sure I can take it, so I'm just gonna go for this. This is my only hope. Nope, that's game. Oh, he didn't close combat, okay. Yep, always flinched. Oh, great. Maybe he's got a Scarf Terrakion? That would make sense if he used Rock Slide. Okay, then maybe there's still something I can do about it. Let's see. Depends if my Gothitelle flinches again or not. Yeah, it looks like he's actually scarfed. Okay, so the problem is though, he's still going to Brave Bird into my Dugong. And I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Well, at this point he might start... He might assume that the Rock Slide will KO. Right? Yeah, that seems... So if he assumes the Rock Slide will KO now, he might Brave Bird the Gothitelle. That means I can save him with Heal Pulse. Let's see if he Brave Birds the Dugong again. He hasn't seen my Heal Pulse, so... Yep, so that worked out somehow. Wait, I thought I'd used Trick Room. Did I flinch again? Oh, I did. Okay. Well, that's over then. Alright, let's see what we find for our second battle. Okay, a Mexican 1487 player. Alright, so Typhlosion for Alligator and Metagross. Light screen, okay. I'll switch into my Gothitelle here just because I think I'm slightly worried he would think of skill swapping into my Gengar this turn. Since he didn't taunt, I'm a little suspicious as to what he's up to. Nope, he's just going for screens, I guess. He doesn't seem concerned at all. Alright, so I'm just going to rotate round back to these two and have lost not much, except his Cresselia is down now, so... Okay, so he didn't even switch out his Sableye. I guess we really need to get up a bit higher on the ladder. I guess he didn't Mega to avoid the Intimidate, but I don't think actually he has the damage. Actually at this point it's over because I double protect. Even if I double die on the following turn, I can double protect again for the game. What? Hone Claws? Okay. Well, I guess he'll Mega now, but it's too late. I think at least he'll predict the switch, since he did power up on this turn, so that's why I'll switch the Dugong into this Crafty Sklot and the Gengar into Gothitelle. If he predicts about one turn ahead, then I'm expecting this to be the right move. Nope, I guess not. Will he send Headbutt into this Crafty or Iron Head? Meteor Mash, okay. I don't think that's enough though. Nope. Okay, so I'll call that a day for now.